Hi,
God,
Cass. How are you doing?
good morning, Gemma. I'm doing fab. Thank you so much.
Oh, brilliant. We've had some technical issues, but we're just ladies that are rocking it, and we've worked it out, haven't we? So,
Deep breaths in and out.
so what we wanted to really just come on for just a few moments, really, to share the inspiration that's come behind our setting up this retreat, this day retreat for women called Retreat, Recharge, and Restore, to ultimately embody and empower women to let go of all the BS, the systems that hold us back from being our true selves. And the fact that women have a huge role to play. We're not just here to look pretty and to go and have children. We are coming, especially women that are coming into their 40s and onwards. This is when women are coming into their power, their real power, where they bring everything together. And it's actually knowing that and embodying that. And it's about stepping up into that purpose, isn't it? To what lights you up, gives you the passion, what makes your heart sing, and take it and not allow fear to block you from finding your voice and expressing your desires and what you wish for. And it's about a space to hold for people to be able to explore this in a safe way.
Gemma, you say it so purely. And, this is, I think, what I really enjoy about working with you. Um, you're kind of processing so much in this moment, and I'm coming from a point where I've kind of navigated through these big waves and these big shifts, and I've stepped into this power zone. And yeah, it's scary. I'm not by any means sorted, but I have let go in the processing of so much of that guilt and that grief of hanging on to a label that once perhaps defined me, and that actually ultimately blocked me from owning my true power and my purpose. And to be fed one narrative is so limiting, and we have got to step up today. There is no denying that what's going on out there, all the disasters and this endless fighting and killing, is as a result of what we as women, as mothers, as 50% of the population on this planet are not owning. And it's this that I'm so excited to be working with you on, this deep, rising, dark feminine power that we have been suppressing for how long? Talk about that with me a little bit.
Thousands of years. And that, as you're talking, I've just gone all tingly all down my body, which is just complete confirmation for me. And it is, yeah, women are here. The mother energy is it's fierce love. It's not fear. We're living in a very heavy masculine, fear-based life and world, and women have taken us, adapted this masculine energy to be present, to be seen, but it's been very much against the natural essence of the feminine, and has created stress, created burnout, which all comes up to the surface when people are going through the transition into menopause. When you start hitting your 40s and your 45s, your body can't cope with that stress, and it shouldn't do. And we've been conditioned to think we have to, and if you're not, you're failing. And and this is working against the natural cycle of us as women. And I see that stage of our life is for us to start stepping up into our power and to really own it, and to not take the story of, oh, you're off the shelf now, just off your towel, just, off you go. This is like, no, this is where the power is in the woman. She takes the maiden energy, the beauty, she takes the mother into the nurturing and compassion and creativity and fertility, and she comes into the crone, which is this dark feminine, like you say, that takes no shit. She just literally has this absolute love for herself in acceptance, but the desire to love for other people, and wants a better place for herself, her children, the people around her, her family, and the world. And we're all being called to step up now, to really step up into our power while we're here. And as I'm saying that, I'll read this, just these few little words that came through to me. Is that okay? Okay,
Yeah.
so she tears down the grips of fear, exposing it for what it is. She suffers no fools. What felt strong and overpowering, where hope felt weak and useless, suddenly is seen in its weakness and for what it is, as she shines light on our own and the collective shadows. She is not to be feared, for she is love, rebirth and transformation. Surrender to her love, allow and trust her to heal you of what constrains you to become you, the true you, your absolute pure beauty, for the very reason why you have graced this world with your presence. Let the show begin, dear soul.
Wow. I love that, Gemma. I really, really, it resonates on such a level. So yeah, I think probably that was a channeling that you received when you wrote that. And I know that there's more. And, we've got this beautiful day ahead where perhaps you will share the entirety. And this is why we're chatting today. So we're inviting women who are stepping up and showing and sharing their light with the world to take it even further. And these supportive women's circles are what I think we are needing to lean into more and more in order to get to the space. So even if you're not feeling it, you are still trapped in that fear-based what now narrative, and it's over, and all the grief associated with that. There is space. We are here, and I think I speak for you as well, but I kind of resonate with the word wisdom keeper as opposed to crone. I think there's just that is fear inducing in that term. It just is really harsh for a lot of us today to actually embrace that. We've got to let go of obviously all that maiden beauty and whatever, but women potentially are not there. Life is still demanding so much of us. So wisdom keepers is a softer way for me to embrace that. And yeah, thank you, Gemma, for this opportunity. We've got lots to share,
We have, definitely. And it's interesting you talk about the crone, that it has such a negative perception, and it's been created in society that it is this old hag that's just has no use really, or she was evil, which is being portrayed in fairy tales as well. And actually you still have that maiden energy, you still have that beauty. It just comes through in a different way, but a much more empowered way. So whereas before, as younger ladies, we were constantly seeking acceptance or belonging or attention, and then you come into this stage of, I don't need any of that because I give that to myself. And that's when you create that wholeness, those boundaries of what you accept and what you do not. You start holding discernment of, well, is that love? Is that fear? You start to really come into awareness of yourself, and you look at your relationships, you look at your work, you're looking at your health as to what's really serving me. And even if someone isn't getting the feeling of, yeah, I've got a mission to do and I must step up right now, there'll be a part of that person as well that basically just wants to be able to speak what they truly want, to know what they really want. Maybe they've never been allowed to think that they're allowed to think what they want, because thinking what you want and putting yourself first is selfish. And all these BS systems that have been conditioned that you must sacrifice your peace for some to keep the peace. And it's all these old belief systems that have been imprinted on women which have silenced them. And it's about seeing that for what it is, and to start to break down the fears to enable you to be who you really are meant to be, and to be more joyful and to live more life and happiness.
Yeah. We don't laugh enough, and we really do have to reclaim that and probably reframe the narrative, reframe what we are believing, and access that feeling part of ourselves, that deeply connected, deeply held space within us. So yeah, aging is actually about that. It is about uncovering and unpacking all these held beliefs that we have integrated on a cellular level, and using movement, using meditation, using sound waves and frequencies through the power of these instruments, these ancient instruments, will kind of be like little signposts along the way of coming back to wholeness, coming back to what we are, which is remarkable and magnificent beings of light. Pure.
Yeah. And your sound baths, your gong baths are absolutely beautiful. I always go off in a beautiful transcendent state, and certainly feel like it's cleansed me in a certain way. And sound does that because we're energetic beings. It works through the cells, and I see it like this work that we're doing at the moment is like taking a snow globe and giving it a bit of a shake. We're diving deep. We're looking at what is underneath that's blocking our joy, and to start in a compassionate way for ourselves, not in a game of operation. Let's just explode everything, because that's neurally, that will just make the whole body just go into freeze and just shut down. So the body has to feel safe to enable this connection with your body. And the practices that we'll be bringing on that retreat is bringing these tools of self-care that people can embody on a day-to-day basis, to know that they're safe to connect to their body. Because if people have been through trauma or stress, you come out of your body and come up into your head, and which disconnects you from you. So you have to bring yourself back into your body to feel safe again, to trust yourself once more. And this is the journey that I have certainly been experiencing, that I've had to be grounded, I've had to connect to my body. The pain that I have felt was disconnection, which was the same neural pathway. Pain is the same neural pathway as loneliness. So the body is going, I'm lonely, you've disconnected from me, speak with me, talk to me, reconnect with me, love me, look after me. It's not to be scared of, it's to use this, our vessel is to actually what we connect with again. And what we want to create at this retreat is that nurturing and that first step. Now hold that for people.
Thanks, Gemma. You know this. I mean, I've traveled a similar path with pain and inflammation in my body, and I feel it specifically now that I've done so much work. It is an instant message that I'm receiving from beyond, you know, that I am not connecting, that I am missing a part of me. And there is something that probably I'm in denial about, and it's manifesting in a physical reaction, which is pain. So as my body worker, as my therapist, you've done a lot of unpacking there as well. So I'm in deep gratitude. And I think that's another aspect of this energy. You know, we have this chance at life, and we're here to be part of the changes and the shifts that come along, the seasonal changes, being open, being receptive. But I'm very conscious of time, so I think we're going to have to probably press pause and continue this little chat again, maybe in a week's time.
Definitely, yeah. So we will hopefully be going live on the radio, won't we? So people want to understand and explore a bit more. But if we have captured their attention or interest, and just something is resonating somewhere deep within the heart, within their gut, saying this is for me, and want to know more, then we will put a link at the bottom to have a bit more understanding of everything that we're doing with the retreat and how to book it. So it's £80 for the day. It's 11 to 4 o'clock. So it's a beautiful Sunday where you can have a day of rest right by the seafront, where we can embody the full moon and the ocean, to release, to set the intentions of letting go what we no longer need. And so yeah, I will put a link onto the actual underneath this video, and then people can book in. So we've got a few spaces left. So hopefully people will resonate with this and get booked.
Yay. Thanks, Gemma. And thank you to everyone who has booked already. I mean, ticket sales have kind of surprised us. You know, they've been on sale for a week, and yeah, we've got a lovely little group, a lovely circle forming. So thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah. And I think that's also because we're living by something that's actually feeling right. That's why it's happening. It's we're going with the right intentions behind this, and this is when things come to fruition.
I think it's called flow, right?
Yeah. Sounds good. All righty. Thanks for listening. Thanks. Lovely speaking with you, my love. See you soon.